Hello everyone, this is RPGFan121 here, and I am playing Big Pharma. This is a game developed by Twice Circled, who also did Iron Age, which was an Android exclusive game, and published by Positech Games, who also did Democracy, which is a game that, while I've never been very good at, I do respect a lot and I like what it's doing. I just could never quite figure it out for myself. But anyways, this is pretty much exactly what it sounds like and what it looks like here on the splash screen. You are running a pharmaceutical company and you're just trying to make money as a pharmaceutical company and trying to put out decent quality drugs, but not too decent. After all, if you cure things, you don't really make as much of a profit. So, you know. Anyways, though, let's just go ahead and jump right in. First of all, I'll check out the options. So you run here at different resolutions. These are your options there. It goes all the way up to 2560 by 1440, so that's pretty sweet. Display options, front and background. Oh, neat. And you can change the volume of your different sound effects and whatnot. I'm actually gonna slightly reduce the music volume and this, just to make sure you can all hear my beautiful voice as well as possible, of course. The options are a little sparse, but really when it comes down to it in this sort of game, I mean, look at it, it doesn't really look like it needs to have too many graphics options. But still, you know, more is always appreciated when it actually is usable. And so we're going to go ahead and load the game I did before, or not. New game. Okay, that's why. So, that makes sense actually, now that I think about it. I did go ahead and do all the tutorial missions, so we're going to go ahead and start off in the beginner missions. It's pretty cool, like when you get one done, it gives you this little green mark on the side of it that allows you to just show that you've got it done. It's nice to let you know that. But then you've got all these different challenges that you can try to do. And depending on which one you pick, you're going to have different starting conditions. Like here in beginner, your map size 2x2 with one competitor, and you start with $50,000 in cash to get your things all up and running. You start with the $50,000 cash in all of them except for in the crippling debt scenario where you have the $50,000, but you also have a $250,000 loan. But yeah, you only have one competitor in that one though, so that helps a lot, I'm sure. Anyways though, I've explained enough here, let's go ahead and jump into the game. Now, that's right, I get to pick my CEO. Who do I want to represent my company? My pharmaceutical... Yes, you. You are representing my company. And we are going to be called... let's see. Pharmacon. I like that. Alright, Barkley, let's go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pause it right off the bat. Because this is one of those games that you actually have to worry about time. Specifically, the goal for this objective is to earn over $1 million? Yeah, $1 million before a year has gone by, basically. Down here you can see your starting year and whatnot. Right here is where you get to the options menu. Then there's a lot of stuff down here at the bottom to go through. To start, let's just look at some of the basic things we can do, however. You can take out loans to get yourself a little bit of extra cash to start off with if you want to. I'm not going to do that right now because it's really unnecessary for this part of the game. Excuse me. You have your production stuff, which is basically this tab right here. Lets you get your conveyor belts, your basic machinery that you start out with, auxiliary thing, which you have to research all the stuff in there to be able to use it eventually. Your makers, which you start with just the pill printer. Eventually you can get the creamer, which is a pretty sweet item, especially in the early game, as it does help to, you know, make the negative effects go away by quite a bit. Let's see, then you also have paint, and this is more just like making things look pretty. I'm probably not going to mess with this too much unless I feel like I should. At this point, I don't even think I'll have to do that. Also, you can delete items. Then here you have your ingredients page, which shows like the ingredients you're starting out with, and then can allow you to go find more ingredients at a later time by going on expeditions with your explorers. I'll explain more about that when I get to it. Over here in the Cures tab is where, let me minimize that, where it shows like the type of symptoms that you can actually do anything with. Right now we have ingredients that will let us relieve hypertension and soothe cold symptoms. For hypertension, you can see these are how many people suffer from it. Right here is how many people you are supplying. And over here are people that have been permanently cured in the last month. You have to look out for this stuff because you can actually oversaturate the market to some extent, which can drive your profit margins down. Also, the more people you permanently cure, the less people that are going to end up buying any more of your medicine. So you're not as profitable. Over here is the research tab, probably my favorite, of course. I'm gonna go ahead actually and hire a scientist if I can. Yes. You're the only one I'm gonna hire for now, though. And what do I want to do first? I'm thinking the ionizer or the agglometer. Agglomerator? Okay, I'm probably not going to be able to pronounce some of these things, and that's just how it is. But basically, that is just an upgraded version of the evaporator, and this is the upgraded version of the dissolver. Most of the things that you do in this game are going to involve you attempting to increase or decrease the concentration of certain things, which will help you to basically make your drugs more effective, lessen side effects, remove certain qualities, all sorts of fun stuff. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start my research on, I'm thinking the aglum, this thing I can't pronounce. First let's go to my ingredients, actually. Okay, so, for the polymerized crystal, right, you end up seeing it relieves hypertension, but causes headaches, and this cannot be removed. You can upgrade it, which will make it where it costs less each time you buy it, and you're going to be buying a lot of it in the early game. Over here, you can see how much money you end up making when selling this specific relieve agent. Cure, that's the word I'm looking for, cure. And you can upgrade it later with the ionizer to another thing, but I'm not going to worry about that yet. For now, we know that it starts at a saturation level of 14. We have to decrease the saturation by 1 in order to make it an actually usable drug and activate the relief of hypertension. Over here with the ductile echinoderm dust, I think I kind of pronounced that correctly. It has a concentration of 2, so we'll have to increase it by 1 to even get the effect of the drug. We can increase it by another 1 without having to worry about the side effect. Ooh, this side effect, however, can be removed at a later time, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. So I know I need to increase with this one and decrease with the other, both of which allow me to get a decent drug without too much extra cost or worrying about these side effects. So, 2 good starting chemicals here. Down here you can see where you can explore things. Again, like I said, we'll get into that more later. What I am going to do, however, though, is get back to my production line. I'll go over the company tab later, too, probably. So first things first, we got to start importing the stuff. So what we're going to do is import it from here. We're going to make it the ductile endoderm dust, I think. Or maybe not. Oh, wait, done. I hit the import button there. And then now I'm going to be importing that stuff. So I got to put a belt in front of it, obviously, so that I can make sure it's conveyed out to the next machines. But you have to remember specifically we're increasing, so what we're going to do is get the evaporator, which increases concentration by 1, which is exactly how much we need to make this an active product. So, let's go ahead and get it turned around. You can't put it directly next to it. You have to have a belt between each machine or each, or an import thing and a machine. So we're going to place it right there. Then we're going to get a belt, put that there, and put another one here. Alright, and now I'm going to hit play, and see it costs $34 for each unit of that imported. It costs $10 every time you use the evaporator. Then we now have this item, which is a new ingredient, which now soothes cold symptoms. We could increase the concentration one more time and possibly gain a better drug, but since I haven't used the analyzer tell, I'm not certain how much effective that would actually be. What I'm going to go ahead and do is make this into a pill. So we put the pill printer here, we turn it around so it actually inputs correct. This is not going to be fun to fit together later. That's okay. We'll go ahead and do this now. Actually, damn it, I just thought about what I did. One of the things with the pill press that you'll notice, or pill maker that you'll notice, is that it doesn't move as fast as most of the rest of the machinery you have. So it's usually best to split up the pills into making two different pills. So that way every single ingredient that comes off the line is getting made into a pill for every movement of the line. You'll see what I mean in just a moment. What I'm gonna do though, dang it, I messed that up. Oh well. Let me just sell that back. Wasted a little money doing that, but that's okay. Need belts, because I gotta be able to split this into two pill makers. Okay, there we go. Then get the makers out. Didn't actually have to delete that other one now that I look at it, but oh well. Alright, so we got that. And after that, all we need is enough belts. There we go. The belts can be a little finicky to put together. There we go, everything's hooked up now. So now I just hit play and watch the magic happen. So, alright, there it goes into the first pill press. Now the one's going into the second one. Well done. And we have our first pill created. So, as soon as the new pill gets into the thing, we'll be able to name it, which is a fun little thing, in my opinion. Oh, there we go. Time to name the pill. Pharmacon Sniffles Catcher. We're going to call this the Pharmacon Cold Be Gone. I know that's stupidly generic, but this is the beginning of the game, and it's just how I'm going to do it. So it soothes cold symptoms. Later I'll probably upgrade it, but right now this is good enough to start off making some money. So now we kind of just wait to see how much money it ends up making. Once I hit play, of course, because that tends to help. There we are, our first bit of profits. $132 per pill now. That went up a bit. Alright, well, let's check our cures here. So, we went for soothes cold symptoms. We're slowly supplying the market. There's a demand from quite a number of people. And so we've got a good bit to keep doing. So, we've only saturated the market 4%, which is good. If you go above 100% saturation, you actually start losing profit, which is interesting. Mostly because the demand goes down, obviously. And so that's what we've got here for now. So we can go ahead and start working on relieving hypertension as well. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. So let's get back to the production line. We're not going to be able to do it in here because we're already using up 2 of the slots. We only have 1 other slot. I guess I might be able to technically... Oh, what's going on? I didn't mean. Ah! The AI is now... has now brought a hypertension cure. Whiz-bang developments. Alright. Hypertension, buddy. That sounds so dumb. Oh well, whatever. Anyways, so since we're used up most of our slots, what we do is we go down here, and we buy a new one. This one comes with 3 new slots to do stuff with. So what I can do is create a production line from here down to here, which should be easy enough, even with 2 pill makers. So we started off the same way. Put a single belt here. Come to this, click on it, it goes to the ingredients, we start importing the one that we're not importing yet. Then we go ahead and, if I remember correctly, we need to decrease the concentration? Yes, by 1. Alright, so we get the dissolver, we hook it up, boom, that will start decreasing the concentration by 1. And take another belt. Oh man, oh, dang it. Poo. Okay, there we go, that's alright. Let's see, where am I going to want to put the pill makers? Because I got to split it off. Makers, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see what I can do here. If I put that there, actually that's perfect for that one. This one is there. And we get our belts. And we export there. And then this one will connect that way. And there we are. That will be drug number 2, ready to go in just a few moments. So yeah, there's a lot of this where you'll be waiting around for things to get done to make sense. And honestly, with this current objective that we have, since I am making a profit, I could almost just let it go. But there are a lot of things I can do to improve my... Actually, my profits are going down now. Probably because I haven't sold a single one of these pills yet, which is about to change. Alright. Unless I can name this. Pharma, hypertension. I wouldn't want to call it a remover. Maybe more a hypertension. Gosh, it's difficult sometimes. I always try to come up with weird names for things whenever I can. I guess if I'm going to keep doing videos of this, I'll come up with things in advance, write them down or something. Let's see, we'll go ahead and say this one is the hypertension relaxer. Yeah, sounds good. There we go, and now we've got that. Alright. So, I think that's going to be good for the moment. Next time when we come back, we'll see how much profit we start making off of this new drug. We'll probably buy another expansion and start thinking about sending out people for proper actual research and whatnot. Anyways, though, hope you've enjoyed so far. This is RPG Fan 121 here, and hope to see you next time.